I want my hair to grow. What natural styles are for me? I'm answering all of that right here in this video. Hey guys, this is HOPEsaidit back with another HOPEsaidit Uncut video for you, and this week we are talking about all things hair. I asked on my social media accounts what questions you have about natural hair care, and here I am with the video to answer it. By the way, if you haven't subscribed, go to @hopesaidit.com on all platforms. And if you're wondering why I have a notebook, it's because I mean business. With glasses, you know, we're dressed for this. This is educational. So get your pen and paper. We're ready to learn. So the first question is a question I get at least every week. At least that's the first question anybody who comes in contact with me is gonna say. And it basically says, I wanna grow my hair, please help. Well, you're in luck because your hair is already growing. Okay, so you cross that one out. Your hair is already growing. You don't need assistance there. The thing is, you're probably not retaining the growth that's coming out of your head. So if your hair is growing, but you know, it's breaking off as well, it's never really going past, y'all like this? But it's never really going past a point because it's growing, breaking, growing, breaking. So what we want to do is have it grow and maintain the growth. So your hair is growing. Let's talk about maintaining the growth that you get. Now there's two different sections to that. It's the internal factor and the external factor. Internally, you want to make sure your diet's correct. How much water are you drinking? You got to drink your water. You got to stay hydrated. What vitamins are you putting in your body? Vitamin D. Do you have a deficiency, iron deficiency, anything like that? And are you eating clean-ish? Okay, I'm not vegan. I'm not vegetarian. I'm keto-ish. I'm low-carb-ish. You know, just pick the right foods for your body. And get it right like 80% of the time. Okay, for a balanced life, get it right about 80% of the time, because you can't expect to put junk in and get treasure out. You know, like junk in, junk out. That's what it is. So if you put good stuff in, good stuff will come out, and the good stuff is hair. So after internal, you have external, and I like to break that down into two facets. You have the products and you have the protection. So what products are you putting into your hair to maintain that growth, and what are you doing to protect that growth? Okay, so with products, we're talking about things like the L.O.C moisture method, your moisture protein balance. What are you doing on wash day? How much protein are you putting on it? Are you on protein overload or moisture overload? You really have to make sure your hair has the right moisture, the right elasticity, because that's what's going to keep it at its healthiest and its most resilient. I'll go into depth with this in a later video about, you know, wash day and everything like that. I have a video about the L.O.C moisture method already and how to really lock in and seal in that moisture so that your moisture can last for days and not just, you know, evaporate after you put it in your hair. So real quick overview, L.O.C is putting a liquid on and then an oil and then a cream on. And that layered effect really seals in the moisture into the strands. So L.O.C, L.O.C, liquid, oil, cream, in that order. And just making sure that you have that moisture. And then protection, what are you doing to protect the hair? If the sun is beating down outside too hard, like, are you protecting it? Is it too windy? Is the wind flapping around your old ends? You know, you really want to protect it. Protective styles, making sure you're getting your trims. And I'm not an advocate for, you know, necessarily a strict schedule of trimming, but if you see a little weak ends, go ahead and cut it off. It's not helping you with your growth at all. So we're gonna get the products to get the right moisture protein balance, but you also want to protect the hair, whether it be protective style, whether it be, you know, just maintaining it in a good way and protecting it from the elements as well. So the next question I have is, my hair shrinks at the sound of water. It doesn't look cute when it's out. What are my options? Now, cute is relative, right? But I get it. I say my twists aren't cute and people are like, it is cute. Okay, fine. It's not about what people think. It's about what you think. So let me help you with your perception of your hair. All of our hair is great, right? No matter what type of hair you have, it's all beautiful. Okay, now that Barney stuff is out the way. For you, I would probably say if it like kind of coils up with water, well, then stretch it out. Get stretch styles. You know, you can do heatless stretch techniques like banding or twisting it after you wash it, just so it's more in a stretched state, because some people keeping it in its natural, more fro-ish state actually leads to breakage. So maybe stretch it out and just see how you can do with that. After it's stretched out and dried, maybe you'd like that better. Maybe you play with curly styles or something to see if you like it. And then if all else fails, you can put a protective style in and just make sure it's actually protective and protecting your hair, not breaking it off, not sucking the moisture out of the strands or anything like that. So just play around with different styles. This is a time to experiment and just making sure you're comfortable with your hair, because your confidence is what's most important. What was your favorite protective style to date? And is there one you regret? That's a good question. My favorite I'm going to say protective style because I don't think it was really protective, but my favorite style that I wore was micro braids. Listen, I was a micro braid queen in college. You hear me? If y'all know weave colors, I had 4, 30, 27, and 33 all in my head at the same time, okay? So I played with those colors with my micro braids, and I think they just suited me. You know, it was like braids, but then it looked like loose hair. It was great. It was pretty tiny, so it was a pain to take out. I can't say that I didn't have damage from it, you know, not horrible damage. My sides didn't come out or anything from that, but you know, I probably didn't take the best care of my hair while it was in micro braids. So that's that. But I was excited every time I was going to the hair shop to braid my hair up. The protective style I regret the most is probably, let me say protective, is I had glue in sew-ins like a dummy. I mean, this is when I was like, I don't know what it was, 8th grade, maybe going into 9th grade. One of my mom's friends just said, oh, I'll do your girl's hair. And she did. You know, you don't think like, oh, there's glue going in my hair. Cause I don't know. I thought it was safe glue. Who knows? Very cute hairstyle. That was the first time I had weave, like loose weave. I've always had like African threading and, you know, box braids and stuff like that, but loose weave tracks. First time I did that. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is so real. But they were glued in. So it was very cute. And then I went to take them out. 2 rows of my hair was just gone. Like if my hair was down to here, the back was really just down to here. It was bad. It ripped out. It was horrible. So that was the one I regretted doing. Listen, I had a lot of setbacks in my journey, and that's why I just want to help other people so they can either not go down that road or get encouraged as they recover from a setback. Because listen, I had to bounce back a couple times in my life. Y'all know, even when I was like, oh, I got my hair stuff down and we're on our way to waistline, what happened? Life. And it cut. And now we're growing it again, but I feel pretty good about this time around. So we'll see. So the next question is, what other looks are you considering besides twists? That's a good question. You know, I haven't thought that far in advance. I don't know. Twist is just easy. Like if anybody has a setback and they're just like, how do I bounce back? If you can stomach the look of twist, like I thought I couldn't. You know, at first I was like, I'm wearing twist. Just wear twists. Wear twists, moisturize your hair. It really will help you keep your hair up and out of the way and in a, you know, a nice little state. Like I said, I don't love the look on me. I'm used to it now. You know what? It's been in here for 2 years, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so what would I do next? I would probably play around more with loose updo styles. But the problem is I'm very lazy. So I used to do a bun all the time. I would maybe, you know, flat twist some aside and do something. Maybe I'll play around with it more. I don't know. But I'd probably just keep it loose more other than twist and have loose protective styles rather than twist all the time. Someone asked, and I didn't want to include this, but I'll say it since we're talking about twist. Someone asked, would you ever consider locks? No, I don't want to do locks because I don't want to be locked into the option of having twist in my hair for the rest of my life. Well, I get you can cut it off or comb it, but no, I like having twist and then being able to take it out and then twist it back up if I want to. So no, I'm not going to be dedicated to the lock journey. That's just how I feel at the moment. And then the last question I got was, when is your next silk press? Well, I'm planning for my next silk press to be this December 2023. And you guys will be along for the journey. Don't you worry. I'm very excited. I mean, I'm just going to try to continue to twist drink my fenugreek, remember that internal growth I was talking about, and mind my business. So after these hair questions, I think I'm gonna give you more hair videos every week, only because yes, I'm HOPEsaidit, marriage, motherhood, hair, and life, but that hair, people still have questions about it. And mind you, I kind of backed off of hair a little bit. Obviously that was my foundation anyway, but I backed off a little bit because I went from Texlax, which was not saturated at all, why I started my channel, to natural, which was super saturated and still is. But you know, listen, apparently people still want to hear it from Hope, so I will give it to you. I'm not going to deprive you like that. So I'll come with how-tos and just the basics. I feel like we just have to get back to the basics. What's your hair porosity? What's your products that you need? What's the difference between moisture and hydration? Like, we just need to learn. We're going to learn about natural hair and our hair. And I can help you do that. As I learn, you learn. This is a community. I told you, HOPEsaidit is a whole community. I'm glad you're part of that journey. So yeah, if you have any other hair questions, let me know. I'll be doing this FAQ type thing, you know, as I get questions, maybe every other month or something. I don't know. I can't promise you anything, but you know, a video is coming up next week. You know that because I do it every Friday. But yeah, check out my hair videos. I will include a whole playlist of my hair because I have a hair playlist. I want you to kind of browse through that, see that, because it has great information for you to learn. And if you have questions after that, I'll answer more. And I'll update some of those, you know, routines and everything like that, but it won't lead you astray even if you look at it now. So otherwise I would have just taking it down. Speaking of, are you subscribed to the community? Like, you looking at these videos, but are you subscribed? Did you tap that bell to get notifications? Okay, we talking about liking, commenting, all of that. Okay, that's what communities do. We don't just lurk, we get involved. Okay. All right, guys, that's my time, but you know I'll be back next week. Take a look at the playlist, and until next time, bye. I have like legit notes. Ooh, I'm matching the plant.